Everybody have to do the favor bounce. Favor bounce. Favor bounce. Everybody have to do the favor bounce. Favor bounce. Favor bounce. Everybody have to do the favor bounce. Favor bounce. Favor bounce. Everybody have to do the favor bounce. They say do the favor bounce cause you're blessed like that. Do the favor bounce cause you're blessed like that. Do the favor bounce cause you're blessed like that. Do the favor bounce.
Have you ever thought about what will happen to your family if something was to happen to you? How would the rent, mortgage, car payment, or any life necessities be paid? God forbid you get sick or critically injured with a medical condition. If this concerns you, tune in to the MVP show on Wednesday with Dr. Kehinde Thomas. He has over 25 years of experience helping thousands of families and businesses across the country. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday with Omega Radio to listen to Dr. Kehinde Thomas.
We want to welcome Dr. Kehinde Thomas right here with the MVP show here on Omega Radio. God bless you, man of God. How are you today?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. How are you today? How are you doing?
Doing marvelous, marvelous. So I want to jump right on in again. I want you to introduce yourself to the listening audience. Tell us a little bit about your show, and let's dive right on in.
Okay, great. So my name is Kehinde Thomas. This is the MVP show, money, vision, and power. The whole idea of the show is to bring financial education to the community, and the idea is to continue to improve people's lives. And my background, from the accent, you can tell that I wasn't born here. So I was born in a place called Nigeria, and I came to this country years and years ago. So I did my first, second, actually all of my degrees here in this country. Then I actually went in temporarily to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So when I tried out for them, but I hurt myself, so I didn't make the team to actually play the game. However, I would say this: the experience from there shaped me to become who I am today. So I got involved in the world of insurance and financial services, and it's never looked back. It's been an amazing journey for me. It's improved my life. It's helped me tremendously to help a lot of people to financially, take an upward movement in their finances. And it just gave me a great joy to see people do well in life, especially in the area of finance. So the goal today is to talk about today's events, what's happening, how we can make sure that money is saved and that people put money away the right way, especially considering the current economic crisis.
Interesting. And with that, what is going on today with the dollar?
This is a good one. Today we have a major issue going on with dollar, with the currency. As a matter of fact, for our student of history, if you go back to the Second World War, at the end of the Second World War, America became the only superpower. So America basically said, hey guys, bring all your gold to me, and the rest of the world says, okay, we'll do that. So they brought the gold from all over the world to America, so Fort Knox and Washington, D.C., New York. So the gold came to America. So the idea is this: you print the dollar, to match the value of the gold. So you put a certain amount of gold and you print dollar to match that, because dollar is the international currency. No matter where I go in the world, I can spend dollar. Like, for example, pesos or yen or this is limited to the countries. So because dollar is the only currency internationally accepted, so America benefited tremendously from being the international currency. But then we got greedy. We said, forget about this. The world can't tell us nothing. So we're going to start printing our own dollar. We're going to ignore the gold backing dollar. And so we just want to print and spray. So we printed trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars. And what's happened recently is a few countries got together called BRICS. B for Brazil, R for Russia, I for India, C for China, and then S for South Africa. So they came together and they said, listen, we're tired of this. We want another currency outside of the dollar. So what just happened recently is the BRICS successfully actually orchestrated the plan. And their plan now is coming to a fruition that China is now trading with Brazil and they're not using dollar. So the problem for the average person, let's break it down, in a matter of seconds here, is that we printed so much papers. We have nothing to back it up. If the rest of the world make a decision not to make the dollar the international currency, it just simply means we're going to have something we call hyperinflation. We're going to be in trouble because we're not producing enough to back up our dollar. Imagine going to a gas station and you're spending $500 for gas. Think about that for a second. Or maybe you go to a restaurant, and then you just drop $600, for a meal. By the way, it's not like you have the money. The money is not even there. And yet, things are 10 times or 20 times more. This is the pending problem with the dollar right now. It's a serious one, very serious.
And with that being said, now what can people do with their money?
So
where can they put their money?
Where can they put their money? Okay, I'm going to take 2 steps back and then 4 forward to answer this question. Let me explain this. So let's say at this point, okay, where can I put my money? The banks are having problems, obviously. This is a real event. What happened to me yesterday? I was having a conversation, with a group of entrepreneurs, and we're just having a mentorship session and training. And one of the ladies actually went to Wells Fargo to withdraw money right here in Fort Lauderdale area. She's not trying to withdraw 800,000. She's not trying to withdraw 80,000. She's not trying to withdraw 8,000. She's trying to withdraw barely 1,000. 1,000. Are you ready? They didn't have enough cash to give her 1,000. They had to chop it up. They gave her 500 and asked her to come back. Literally, this is the bank. So what's going on now is there's just not enough cash sitting in the bank anymore. And as of Monday, I don't know, and the audience, this is a very valuable information here. America went digital as of Monday. So literally, we became what we call a cashless society. If you go to a website called FedNow, you're actually going to see, they actually tell us, not only are we digital, at some point, your dollar is going to expire if you don't spend it. Like, listen, this is crazy. So banks are having problems. Who else is having problems? Real estate is about to get hammered. So obviously, the bank is taking down real estate, but real estate is already having some issues. The stock market is taking the bait. So where does your money go? That's the question. Where do you put your money? Let me surprise you on this. A lot of people are not familiar with life insurance at all. That's probably one of the greatest God's gift when it comes to investment. So when I say life insurance, I'm not talking about a term policy where you don't build any cash. I'm not talking about that, because that type of insurance is like you're renting insurance. So literally there's no cash value. Like if I rent an apartment, I'm not going to go to the landlord and say, hey, can you give me the equity of the house? I can't do that. So with the term policy, there is no cash to it. So you cannot borrow. You can't take nothing out of it. That's term. Now, the type of policy I'm talking about is specifically, the index universal life type policy. So you can put money in there. You can fund your policy like, a bank will fund, like you can open an account, you can deposit into it. If you need money, you can take money out of it. So the idea is this. You take the functionality of a traditional bank out, you replace that with a life insurance policy, and then you now start operating your life insurance policy as if it's a bank. Now, the right person has to set it up. I've been in the business for over 25 years. That's all I've done, literally, from the world of sport. So I know I come with a very versed knowledge, with this kind of stuff, because that's all I've done. So I tell people all the time, make sure the right person designed this for you. And people, feel free. I give my number out. I have no problem. It's 954-478-4498. Again, 954-478-4498. And you can always send me a text message for a faster response. But it's time now that everybody own what's about to happen, because we're about to approach a very, very rough waters, in this country. And if we don't make the right move, we're going to get in trouble. I will also add one more thing to this. South Africa, and Saudi Arabia, Iran, Argentina, Japan just made the announcement too. A bunch of people are now lining up to join BRICS. So this fight is real. This is not a make-up belief something. This is a real thing that is taking place. So I'm genuinely concerned about people that have no access to information, good people, God-loving people, and these people just go to work, do their thing innocently, but they are not prepared for what's coming because they have no access to information. So by me being on the airways, by me being on TV, by me talking about this, well, I'm hoping that it's getting a lot of people's attention where they can truly organically start planning for what's to come.
And Dr. Kehinde Thomas, would you close by sharing with us how safe is investing in life insurance today?
Well, let me just put it to you this way. I think I'm going to actually maybe read you even some stats that I believe, is going to surprise you, some stats. Some of the stats, that I'm talking about right here, are stats that top U.S. banks, let me give you this. This just came out this morning. The U.S. top banks that have uninsured deposits. I mean, your money is not insured. So on top, there are 40 banks that are listed. On top, obviously, is Silicon Valley that just went down. But are you ready? So you got these banks, BNY Mellon, you got Citibank, you got Northern Trust, SIPCO, HSBC Bank, East West Bank. And by the way, it's a long list. I don't have time to go through all of this, including Union Bank. Anyway, the total, over $7 trillion of American money is not insured right now. So what is the issue we have here? The issue we have here is this, that at this point, you already know what's going on. You know what's going on with the banks now, okay? You know what's going on with real estate. You know what's going on with the stock market. So what is the role of life insurance? Put it to you this way. It is the secret that, again, the government actually put restrictions on people advertising this product. So the type of insurance people talk about is the term policy, a whole life if I die. But people are not looking at this other one I'm talking about because it will cost the government a very expensive, economically, issue because of the simple fact that when you put money into it, your money grows totally, no current taxation. When you withdraw money from it, guess what? No taxation. When you die, no taxation. The government will be broke if everybody's using this. So I don't know how long they will keep it, but I'll tell you this. Life insurance today has become that gift, and that gift is so powerful that the wealthy people are using it already. The average person doesn't know. So my advice is this. If you're listening to this at this point in time, I highly encourage you that you contact whoever it is that you're dealing with, or if you feel comfortable, give me a call at 954-478-4498 so that you can design something for yourself and start moving your money away from the banks, start moving your money away from all those places, and park your money in a life insurance policy. Oh, by the way, don't forget this. You're getting a higher interest rate, 6 to 7%. Oh, by the way, if I sue you, I can't touch that money because it's asset protected. And if you get sick, are you ready for this? It has living benefits. It will take care of you. If you die, your beneficiaries will inherit the proceeds of the life insurance. And if you didn't die, for whatever reason, you refuse to die, I'm just joking here, you have enough cash value to work with. So the point is this, you win no matter what. It's such a powerful, powerful tool. So for free consultations, you can further reach me at 954-478-4498. I can be best reached actually via text message. Because of the schedule, I promise you I'm very prompt at returning my messages.
Everybody happy to the favor bounce. They say do the favor bounce cause you're blessed like that. Do the favor bounce cause you're blessed like that. Do the favor bounce cause you're blessed like that. Do the favor bounce cause you're blessed like that. Listen, rock your shoulder, sink your back. Step forward, you have to step back. Rock your shoulder, sink your back. step forward, you have to step back.
Have you ever thought about what will happen to your family if something was to happen to you? How would the rent, mortgage, car payment, or any life necessities be paid? God forbid you get sick or critically injured with a medical condition. If this concerns you, tune in to the MVP show on Wednesday with Dr. Kehinde Thomas. He has over 25 years of experience helping thousands of families and businesses across the country. Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday with Omega Radio to listen to Dr. Kehinde Thomas.
I want to thank you for joining us right here on Omega Radio. You're tuned into MVP Show with Dr. Kehinde Thomas right here on Omega Radio. You can catch him here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. until 10:10. So keep it locked in and don't touch that dial. We got more coming your way right here on Omega Radio.
Centro Botánico